I'm staying with the same people. Y'all be switching sides. And I got this money. Nah, but like fall off is crazy though. I've been seeing okay, so my sister's like inept. But anyways, look, I've been seeing loads of pings in multiple different servers being like, oh my god, Divinity is the goat. Oh my god. Divinity just exposed this fraud. Right? And all of the time they're always talking about Infinity. And then I've noticed Infinity started becoming a little bit more mean and more like aggressive to me and C. Maybe more so C than me, but he's become more so aggressive to like how okay. Anyways, if anything interrupts me again, I'm gonna punch my screen. But I've seen him become more so like more and more antagonistic towards C and I like I think he might be trolling sometimes when he says for example, oh yeah, C is losing really badly. Like he started being a little bit more, if you get what I mean, a little bit more how do I say this, bias. And it just goes to show that even though Infinity will say that he's way different than Apollo, and even though loads of he's not, this is an Infinity specific thing. Even though loads of people on Discord they say they're different than bias Polar, I'll say that, oh no, I can actually justify my placements. It's like, yes, you can justify your placements and still be biased. Lo and behold, I don't know how people don't get this. In the same way how I can pull out statistics for crime and then because of my personal bias just ignore certain parts and then highlight others. That's still justification. It's just coming from a place of bias, so I won't represent it properly. In the same way, Infinity's gotten to such a point that after the Divinity debate, right, and after his Julian debate, both of those which people unanimously started thinking he lost, right, then he lo and behold he starts like what's it called? His reputation started going down. I've seen him people saying, or not people specifically, I've seen him saying, no, yeah, no, but there's context to the polls, right? And it's like, well, really, even if you say there is context, maybe goons like manipulated, right? Maybe Goose manipulated the polls somehow in Infinity's domain. I don't know, but maybe he did. We can grant that. But still, if you watch the debate, he's like saying really silly stuff, and it's like usually Infinity isn't really like this, right? Infinity isn't really like isn't really incompetent. Wait, give me a second. Let me find the clip. Let me sign into Discord. But yeah, while Discord is loading, basically in that Divinity debate, and I really want to highlight it because it really shows like when you debate people who nobody knows who they are, and they're like you finds out that they're extremely competent, and you didn't really realize it, so now you're caught back. I think that's what happened to Infinity. But then you see he gets caught out on a lot of silly stuff. So the main issue is I think he got angry because I called him a pagan. But look, it's not even like I'm digging. He said himself that the set of all contingent things is God, and by set, literally that just means all of the members, every single contingent thing is God. So by his metric, every single contingent thing is also necessary. Therefore, not only is he a necessitarian, but he also thinks he's God. He thinks that like he thinks under that metric, he also thinks that like he's God. He thinks his mom's God. He thinks all of the criminals in the world are also God, and it's like nobody agrees with that. So whenever you see people coming in with definitions like so proprietary, it just like it's really insane. But I just want to make it clear, not too much on Infinity, because most of the people who like watch his debate against Divinity and say, oh yeah, this guy's like really bad, right? This guy's really incompetent. A good 90% of them are like smarter than Infinity, right? But a good 10% of them are just way worse than Infinity. So it's like, so speaking about somebody or speaking about Infinity, just because he's lost to two tier twos, though it may be in a resounding fashion and like really, really low def, right? Though he did lose, it still doesn't give most of the terrible people in the community an excuse to try and go after Infinity because he's still way smarter than them, right? Infinity literally put half of these guys on onto out of the bed. But yeah, if you notice, C what's it called? C as well. C and Infinity's relationship has been going down severely. Yeah, apparently it's like Infinity complains or he says that quote unquote people are biased, that they don't care when we being C and I cut off other people, right? but they care when Infinity does it. But the issue is like, one, yeah, I'm not a saint, right? Of course, I cut off people on occasion, but the issue is, I'm not egregious with it. I don't do it nearly as much as like he does. So whenever like would really be a bad comparison. Same with C too. I don't think he does it nearly as much as Infinity does. But two, the issue isn't cutting off somebody else. That isn't particularly the issue. The issue is like what's it called? You're cutting them off so much, and like you're cutting them off and like you're insulting them. So let me find this clip real quick. Uh, it was like I sent it to here to somebody. Give me a second. Yeah, so just look at this, right? Wait, let me make sure my audio is alright. Like, what's going on? Why isn't my
Yeah,
audio?
maybe you're retarded or something. The entire point is the set of that infinite series of contingent things is God, retard. The set of that entire contingent thing, the totality of all contingent things, is what we label as God. It follows in every single possible world that a contingent thing exists.
Every
Therefore,
so basically, like, of course he changed what he said later. Also, legit, it's not like I'm trying to hide anything. He is going to lie and say that is not what he meant. But okay, it's fine. Even if he didn't mean it, he said it, right? And even if like what you say is an important factor of like your debate skill. So why is he making such obvious verbal blunders if he just doesn't mean that at all? Right? But saying the totality of all contingent things or the set of all contingent things is what we label as God. Who is we there? Because I know I don't label it as that. Most religious, Abrahamic religious people don't label it as that. So the maybe the we he's referring to is like some hidden group of proprietary usage, like people who use words proprietarily. But also with Archie as well. If you notice, Archie, whenever he was debating Fallen God, he kind of code switched because literally, you notice he cut off C. He like massively overtalk C. Even though he did like overtalk he did overtalk Fallen God a little bit, right? It's like it wasn't anything too egregious that like what's it called, that was inhibiting Fallen God from responding. And since they went into the substance, you notice that like what's it called, Fallen God like literally like won it really really quickly. And since he won really really quickly, then you notice it's like okay, so it isn't that what's it called, like, I mean, well, it was like Shaggy judging, and I don't know how much Shaggy knows about philosophy, but Archie also lost post, so maybe it isn't actually that people in Skypea are biased. Maybe it's because Archie doesn't really get an opportunity, like, or people don't really get an opportunity to debate Archie, right? With what's it called? With one, just moderation, right? Or two, I think Archie tends to not debate them seriously. So of course, if somebody keeps saying, "Oh yeah, why?" Oh, by someone I mean Archie, because he did this against C, if I remember correctly. Why? Don't presuppose that. Don't presuppose that. Don't presuppose that. Why? He wasn't really progressive for anything, right? And he doesn't debate like that whenever he's debating other people. So I think he generally just doesn't take those debates seriously. So maybe I've been looking at Archie's skill wrong the entire time. Maybe he's trolling, but I doubt that because he lost really bad to Fallen God. So if oh my god, can I not make that jump? No, I'm not paying you Robux, boy. Let me look. Okay, yeah, this jump is smaller. Okay, I can't sprint, but yeah, maybe I've been looking at his skill wrong the entire time. Maybe he's just a troll. But yeah, it's like the what C said, well, like C and I said about the predator prey effect is like loads of people are suddenly turning on Infinity. I know Ryan Harrison Jr. He tried he tried piping up yesterday to debate me on abortion, and then he lost like really really badly. And so since he lost really really badly, and I'll be uploading that recording soon too, right? But because he lost really really badly, now he like loses all room that he has to speak, because now it's like, oh yeah, he would constantly talk bad about me, and then immediately he just gets like one shot on any topic, and it's like I think it's just the Infinity goons, Infinity Riders who get such like massive egos because they are friends with them, right? Like I don't know what it is. It's like Infinity said, like, what's it called? Yesterday he said, well, that he helped see with his debate. But this type of thing is like it's so weird, because it's like, one, he literally it doesn't matter if he helped see in his debates, right? But like, even then, I heavily doubt that he did, because literally it's like, if he was helping see in every single debate that I had, then what would be the point of putting him high if all of his quote unquote feats, are just by you helping him? And two, it's like, Infinity C, you be I was debating in servers where Infinity isn't even in. So it's like, how would he be helping him? It makes no sense. Like, when he debates Venus, when he debates Center, Center seemed to come off with the impression that C was way smarter than Infinity. I think mainly the reason why, like, Infinity and them boys get such a bad reputation is specifically because, one, even though they don't really have that much substance, their substance would shine more, and they wouldn't actually be considered as stupid as they are if they were just nicer to other people, right? Because screaming and shouting at other people, then having bad substance, right, makes you look even more stupid. Because, like, okay, anyways, but it makes you look even more stupid specifically because of the fact that now the other person is like, he's trying to one up you, he's trying to get a gotcha moment off you, right? So because they're trying to get a gotcha moment off of you, right, and now they're what's it called, you guys are going into heat back and forth, you're doing the rhetoric thing. My God! You're doing the rhetoric thing where you're both trying to, like, make the other one sound stupid. So since you're both doing that, because you don't know anything about the topic, right? Because you're, like, massively confused, not only would the other person just not try to, my God, not try to help you at all, but also, like, oh my God. But also, it's just like makes you look bad. That's why the set of all contingent things being God thing, everyone keeps talking about that. Because Infinity is supposed to be super competent about this type of stuff. And I know this because he debated some guy called I forgot his name, but he huh? Yeah, he debated some guy, and then it was in the Islam server, and this guy beat up on Surigi. So because, like, well, I'm not gonna say he beat up on Surigi. I forgot the debate, but supposedly he beat up on Surigi, and even okay um uh okay, this was a no go too, but like supposedly he beat up on Surigi, so. And Infinity did really well against him. Infinity was like way better argumentatively and rhetorically than him. So it's like my question now is just like, how, what's the I didn't even okay. But like my question is it just Infinity knows how to argue? Also, even in that debate too, he didn't really what's it called? He didn't really prove that, like, he didn't really prove a conscious God exists, but you notice that there's a severe disparity in terms of substance between between then and now. I don't genuinely don't know how to beat this, but maybe did I go here? Fuck. No, no swearing. I okay. What do I do? Do I try this? Let's try this. Um, boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. How to flip? How would I flip, bro? Immediately I cross this line, I'm dead. Oh, oh, okay. I just wasn't supposed to touch the black. But yeah, as I was saying before, it's like it's literally just, I don't know. He just has way less substance than he does before. And this is what I've been told by Sakazuki, but Sakazuki also seems to think that because Infinity is way too focused on rhetoric, he's way too focused on shouting at his opponent, he's gotten worse as a debater. I'm just convinced that, like, he Like, even though he wasn't that ever that good substantively, he's just been debating really bad people, so he's never really gotten the chance to improve his substance. Because Infinity could probably be a really good debater if he just improved his substance even more. But aside from that, there's also this other thing with the Archie thing. It's like I've already spoken and explained about why me making fun of Archie's like family isn't that deep, because especially when his best friend Sway literally did the exact same thing to me, and then he like it's like, look, if you're going to say, it's like saying, oh my god, don't stab people, and then your best friend goes around doing it, then you see your friend doing it and you don't condemn them, but when somebody else does it, you condemn them and you try and take more high ground. It's like, no, you've lost all your moral high ground now, especially when your friend is doing it. But it's like, look, Infinity didn't care about any of that. He didn't care about the Archie thing until until I actually pointed out that I actually said that he was a bad debater. I said that he wasn't as good as people think he is, and I started saying, yeah, he is actually overrated. He didn't care, but now he does care, and now that's genuinely his excuse for like kicking me from Skype and them servers, because of like I said he was a bad debater. In reality, he doesn't actually care. He doesn't actually care about Archie. He doesn't actually care about his family. He doesn't actually care. This is some form of like weird social play where he's trying to like exploit one bad thing that I did. And like, even though you don't really care that I did that bad thing, you're just using it as an excuse because you just angry at the guy, right? It's like, and I know because I've done it with Kill. It's like Kyo said some like stuff about like Islam. He said some stuff about religion, and even though I do care and I think it's like really weird, like, so I guess that's the difference between me and Infinity. But still, even when he wasn't actively doing it, if I just wanted to pump abuse somebody random, I just pump abuse him, and that would be the excuse, right? But that's the same thing as what Infinity is doing. Infinity is like, stop caring. He doesn't actually care about the topic. He doesn't actually care about who's being insulted. But literally, it's like it's very, it's very very boring. Like, it's very very boring when you just see such half-hearted, bald-faced snakes just slithering in the grass, because you know he doesn't care. He knows he doesn't care. If you asked his mother, his mother would say he doesn't care. So, like, what's really the point in like lying about whether or not you do care or not? You could say, "Oh yeah, no, 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 I don't really care about the Archie thing. I just want this guy out the server because he keeps talking about debate skill." It's like, yeah, petty, but at least that's fair enough. That's fair enough. That's like what's it called? Yeah, petty, and you can't handle criticism, but that's fair enough. So, like, yeah, I wonder though. I actually do wonder how Infinity would react if loads of like, now I know it's like he wouldn't really care particularly that much, right? But still, I wonder how he'd react if like general perception in the community for of him just went down severely. Like, everyone started thinking he was tier 4. And it's like not that, oh, he reacts a certain way to it. It's like, how would he behave towards people? How would he behave towards debate? I want to know. The reason why I want to know is because I'm just personally curious. So like yeah, I like knowing how people would react to certain things, and I'd like to know how Infinity would react that way. Now, if I asked him, he wouldn't be able to actually give me a solid straight answer. So hopefully, with recent events, I'm hoping Infinity debates somebody else from the IRL com again, and then loses, and then people think he's way worse because not particularly because I care about his competency, like I've gone a good billion years without ranking him. I just want to know, cause this has happened to like loads of people. So with Error and I think Tigger, I don't even know, did anyone even consider Tigger good back then? But like what's it called, with Error and them, right? They want to go from like being considered really good to being considered like tier 4 and tier 5, and it's like, okay, how did Error respond? He left the community. Right. He was like, oh yeah, I don't want to associate with any of your boys. right? I don't even like debating anymore cause of the reasons why people are saying he's bad. So will Infinity do the same thing? Probably not. I doubt Infinity is like the type to leave the community, but I don't doubt that he's the type to go around debating people on if he won the debates, because he asked me to do it. He asked me to debate on whether or not he beat Divinity, and it's like I don't know what he takes me for, but I'm not the type, sadly, to go around debating people on if they won a debate, especially when it's like obvious that they lost, right? And especially if it's like Infinity, because there are so much more interesting topics I could debate for the Divinity or Infinity, I should say, on, and that is just isn't one of them, right? I could run him on his abortion take, where he says he's an ethical egoist, right? I could run him on that, and it's like he doesn't really debating him on one thing, especially when he's doing the thing where he's like, oh yeah, I debate you once, I'll never debate you again, right? Yeah, especially if he's doing that thing, then it's like, okay, so let me not waste the opportunity that I have that's been granted to me graciously. I didn't even touch that, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me get past this level and before I can end the video. Oh my god, shut up. Stop offering me stuff. The other thing is like, if Error Flame, Jaja, and them boys they came back to the community and then they started debating again, I think they'd probably have to, like, they'd be forced to adapt their debate style, because if not, they'd literally just become feet farms. Right? Everyone would just like, literally, this is what happened to Julian. I was like, yo, bro. I remember I told Sakazuki, yo, I beat Julian. And it's like, oh, I don't know who Julian is. And it's like, okay, bro. And now he knows who Julian is. So now, what's it called? Now that Julian's beat Infinity, I was like, okay, bet. Julian stocks are up. So now, since I beat Julian, Julian beat Infinity. Boom! Everything's fine and dandy. Um, and now, Julian's going about debating Yugi and going contentious on polls. Then he's going about debating fucking, who else did he debate? He debated Turns. And everyone in this community thinks Turns sucks. So it's like, dude. And he debated C2, and it's like, why are you patching the method? Right? You're rinsing it. Because if Julian debates too many people, now it's like he's going to lose all his aura. But especially when, like, yeah, Julian does know a lot, right? But he tends to not use it properly. He's just not a good debater. So, yeah. Once I pass this level, then I'll end the video. Okay. Why do they always start me off looking in the opposite direction from where I want to go? There. Like video, like subscribe. Have a nice day.